Hello and welcome back, and you can tell by the background that I am back in the clinic, which is also why I have no makeup. There's just no point wearing makeup when I have a mask on most of the day. It just rubs off and it damages the mask. But we are at the end of the day, and I'm here to talk with you about something kind of fun. I was in Florida last week, as you know if you've been following the videos, and as soon as I got back, it felt kind of chilly. It feels like fall. It put me in the pumpkin spice latte mood. And I thought, let's go through the health benefits, if there are any, of a pumpkin spice latte. And in fact, if you truly made it from scratch, there are some health benefits of the ingredients that go into a pumpkin spice latte, starting with the sugar. Now, Starbucks recipe, which you can look up on their website, calls for sugar, but if you swap that out for some raw honey, you actually could get quite a few health benefits, including the fact that honey has more complex sugars that are slower to break down, so you don't have as much of a sugar spike if you use honey instead of sugar. Honey is also sweeter than sugar, so often you can get away with using less to get the same taste profile and the same satisfaction. Now, of course, honey is high in carbohydrates, so it's a really good fuel for athletes, but as an interesting side benefit of honey for athletes, it actually protects people from the oxidative stress of training because of the antioxidants contained in honey. Another thing that the sugar of honey does is feed the good bacteria of our gut. So it acts as a prebiotic, which is healthy bacteria fertilizer, and protects the good bacteria from pathogens. So it's also kind of an herbicide against weeds in a good way. So we're not killing off anything, we're just protecting it from damage. So honey is good for your gut. Honey is good for energy. Honey is a better choice for your blood sugar. And topically, raw honey has been shown to be really useful for wound healing. Now again, that's topical honey, a little sticky, but super effective. All right, so the next ingredient on the Starbucks recipe for pumpkin spice lattes is cinnamon. Now they call for cinnamon sticks. These are cinnamon chips, but same herb. Cinnamon is the bark of the cassia tree. And cinnamon is also good for your blood sugar. It actually helps lower your blood sugar, lower your cholesterol, lower your LDL, and decreases oxidative stress. So 6 grams of cinnamon, which is like a teaspoon of cinnamon a day, has been shown to have significant health benefits around blood sugar and heart health. Now, in addition to the cholesterol lowering effects of cinnamon, it also can decrease blood pressure through its mineral content and antioxidants. Cinnamon's also good as an anti-parasitic, though you have to take quite a bit for that to help, so probably not the amount that's in a pumpkin spice latte, but it's also an anti-inflammatory, so it can help with chronic diseases and even prevent some diseases, or potentially, like even Alzheimer's and MS. Let me check my notes so I'm not missing anything. So cinnamon actually has been shown to increase the myelin production in somebody with MS, where MS is destroying that kind of basically insulation around our nerves. Cinnamon has been shown to help increase that myelin production. It also has been shown to potentially help prevent HIV. So again, eating cinnamon is probably not going to be enough to have a major effect, but there's some interesting research using cinnamon extracts around HIV treatment. So, and if you are somebody who is dealing with HIV, it's certainly not going to hurt you to have some cinnamon. I wouldn't rely on it, but why not add it to the overall protocol? All right, so the next herb in the recipe for pumpkin spice lattes from Starbucks is cloves. And I don't have an example of cloves here at the clinic. Clove oil is well known as for tooth pain. You might have used it yourself. You might have heard one of your grandparents talk about using clove oil for tooth pain. And it actually works really well because it is anti-inflammatory, it's analgesic, meaning it blocks the pain. It's also antibacterial, so a lot of times, so it's actually sort of treating the cause of the pain and the pain itself all at the same time. Clove can also be anti-parasitic. A lot of times these really spicy, intense herbs have some anti-parasitic activity in that profile. Clove is also good, again, topically against acne. So it can be a little burny. I would be careful about using it on open sores, but it can help, because it's antibacterial, help with the cause of acne. and interestingly help prevent food poisoning. So it's enough of an antimicrobial that it can kill some stuff at a general level in a way that helps keep you well. Now the third spice in the pumpkin spice latte recipe is ginger. Now this is dried ginger. Ginger is a root. You can get it fresh. You can get candied ginger and ginger chews. And the thing that ginger is most known for is its anti-nausea effects. So ginger works really well against kind of all-cause nausea, whether it's coming from pregnancy, PMS, chemo, motion sickness. Ginger is really useful for nausea. And from the Chinese medicine perspective, one of the reasons ginger works for nausea is it moves energy down. So nausea is sort of the upward movement of things from your stomach. Ginger helps things move down. But good for nausea. Also good for digestion in general. It helps decrease indigestion, gas, and bloating. So a good digestive aid. But that's not all ginger does. Ginger is also super anti-inflammatory and anti-spasmodic. So it can help with things like menstrual cramps. It can help with muscle spasms and other body parts. So it can also help with cold prevention. So it helps block the rhinovirus, which is the cause of the common cold. And it can kill salmonella, which is, again, the cause of lots of food poisoning. So your ginger-clove combination can certainly help prevent some illness. Again, I wouldn't 100% rely on it, but if you're going somewhere where you might be exposed, it doesn't hurt to add that onto your protocol. All right, so the final ingredient of our pumpkin spice latte is, of course, pumpkin. And I did not steal this from our fall decorations on the front porch at all. So pumpkin is actually a really, really great food to eat, or in this case, drink. Just like every orange vegetable, pumpkin is super high in beta carotene, which turns into vitamin A in our body, and vitamin A is good for our immune system. It's actually critical for immune function, good for our eye health. And an interesting thing about pumpkin is it's one of the few foods that also has lutein and xanthine in it, which are the eye health trio. So pumpkin has kind of the three musketeers of eye health all in one. Pumpkin's antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects are also good for skin health, decrease inflammation, so they can be good for chronic disease issues. Also has vitamin C, so it's good for immune function. It's pretty high in vitamin C. And also vitamin E and folic acid, which is also good for the immune health and skin. Now, one thing I forgot to say about cinnamon, which is actually going back to chronic disease, cinnamon actually increases a cell type called T regulatory cells. And at some point, we'll do a really deep dive into the biochemistry of out of control inflammation. But T regulatory cells are sort of the critical brake on chronic inflammation, and especially autoimmune disease. So now, so when in doubt, use some cinnamon. Now, the milk in a pumpkin spice latte can be cow milk, or you could make it oat milk. And oats actually have quite a few medicinal properties of their own. They're very soothing, so they're called nervines. They're anti-anxiety herbs. Oats are also super nutritious, so they're a great way to get lots of minerals and vitamins with some carbs, so not an extreme amount of carbs for the trade-off. Now, oats in themselves are high in fiber, which also smooths out your blood sugar. Oat milk doesn't have the fiber in it anymore, so you're not getting the blood sugar effects of the oats, but you can get the nutrition and the anxiolytic effects of the oats. Plus, it's pretty creamy, and you're not getting the fats from the cow milk. So what is the takeaway here? The takeaway is the ingredients of a pumpkin spice latte actually have lots of health benefits. I cannot speak to the fact that a Starbucks pumpkin spice latte from the store has any of those health benefits, because I don't know that the components of these pumpkin spice latte through the processing and through the factory, so it can be consistent at Starbucks, preserve any of that. But if you are going to make this at home, you actually can get some good beyond just the yumminess of pumpkin and spice in fall. All right, guys. Well, I'm Dr. Brenda Murphy. I'm Lazy Naturopath. I think this is video 23 of our 100 Days of 1% series. And today, your 1% is, if you're going to go get a fun fall drink, why not get a pumpkin spice latte? because it may actually be a little bit good for you. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.